building for Inlang, or the way we're architecting Inlang, could potentially have a profound impact, much beyond localization. Chapter 1 out of 3 of Inlang is make localization of software effortless. So this is actually the first thesis of Inlang. Localization will become the default. The revenue boost and the decrease in cost will just mean if my competitor localizes, I have to localize as well. I ran into a very interesting problem where everything developers do happens in Git. Everything that the translators do usually happens in a database. And now it's the job of developers to kind of synchronize those two states. I was like, wait a sec. I can just get rid of the entire handoff if I treat Git as a database. And Git, hold on. This is exciting. So we're adjusting Git for chapter 1, suited to build our application on top of it. Yeah. We're running it in the browser. We got to run Git in the browser. We know the Figma sketch story. We have to run it in the browser. Interesting. We know already, I have mentioned before, we need real-time collaboration. If we have a professional editor, imagine Figma, Google Docs without real-time collaboration. Wouldn't work. So we kind of have to adjust Git there to have real-time collaboration. Chapter 1, right? Make localization of software simple. Chapter 2, what's next? Well, we got to localize everything, right? Oh, your video is on Google Drive, it's on YouTube, it's on Dropbox, it's on Adobe Creative Cloud. No problem. We got to import it to our tool, we got to export it, and we're going to do that with integrations. No, we're not going to use integrations. We can get rid of that. We can just treat Git as a database. And if we look at software, this is exactly what we do. From a technical standpoint, if you have a Git repository, it doesn't matter whether that Git repository is on GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket. It doesn't matter. Question mark. Is Git the next-gen architecture for applications? Are files part of the next-gen architecture? Because if you look at Git, what is Git? Git is files. But Git enables you a collaborative layer on files. And it's amusing, because the last 20 years, what have founders pitched? Our tool is amazing because we get rid of files. Nobody wants files, right? So exciting. We're solving software localization, a really large issue. We have a large thesis where we say localization will become the default because companies will not be able to compete with other companies if they're not localizing. Localization, as it turns out, is also a killer application for the next Git because we touch on every kind of content that exists out there. Okay, great. We're also building the infrastructure then for the next generation of software. If we're right, if the second thesis, Git as a database, is right, we're the ones providing the infrastructure. So, learnings over the past 9 months. Yeah, let me start with the good news first. I think we're right about the second thing, Git as a database. I think this will truly be a breakthrough.